On this week's Black, White, Red All Over, we have read, reviewed, and we're about to recommend some amazing books for you on this crazy fifth week.
Like, good fifth week. The wall is just dripping with good stuff.
Yeah, we're going to splash it on you guys. So give us just a second. We got some books for you. Boom, baby. I was ready. You use that? Yes.
Nightman.
Wow. Nightman?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a good show.
Yeah.
That was a good show. Listen, can we get a Nightman versus Mantis? Like, come on.
Old school.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sci-fi style superhero shows. Bring it. Bring it. I think that's second to the greatest mashup that I would want to do. Mm-hmm. The first being Meteor Man versus Blank Man.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
People forget those exist.
They do, but like I would totally do them as a Batman v Superman style piece where Blank Man goes after Meteor Man because he failed at save. Yeah, that's what I would do. It would be amazing. Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Black, White, and Red All Over. I'm Victor Dandridge, the hardest working man in comics.
Ryan Seymour, king of Comic Town here in the Columbus of Ohio.
Oh yes, and as you can hear, we are pitching amazing mashup stories. I'm just saying, like I just think
I'm just picturing Meteor Man saying, "Why did you say that name?"
Why? Why did you say? Come on! It would. Robert Townsend, Wayans, y'all gotta come together, form like Voltron. It would be amazing. Like Blank Man returns. He's all grizzled and angry about. Come on! I'm just saying.
Netflix.
I'm just saying.
Just come check.
It would be dope. When the strike is over, we're gonna talk. Okay, we're gonna talk because I have ideas. So we've read some good books this week, and it's crazy because again, fifth
fifth Wednesday, and I think technically fifth Tuesday this month.
Yeah.
So
like a ton.
Yeah.
A metric ton of books out. So we've got good reads that you should read.
Yes.
These are, if you have a few extra dollars when you go to the shop, these are some things that we think would add to your read pile. Yep. So we have two that are the same.
Yes.
One that's totally different. Would you kick me off with that Catwoman goodness?
Yes. All right. So there's going to be a big crossover story happening in the Bat titles. Batman and Catwoman specifically, they're going to at each other because there is a difference of opinion.
Yeah.
Batman, as we all know, has decided that he's going to clean up the streets of Gotham by punching people in the face.
Yeah. That's a Batman move.
That was the Batman.
Yeah.
Selina, though, is like, well, why don't there's going to be crime.
Yeah.
There's always going to be crime. There's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah.
But what if I kind of guide it and focus it into more less violent? We'll only go after rich people.
Okay.
So violent crime has dropped as a result of this.
Okay.
But Batman's like, no, you're still doing this.
You're still criming. Okay. Yeah. You can't be criming in my anti-crime space. Mm-hmm. Ooh.
I think it's more than that. I think it's like they're butting heads because, well, their relationship. I mean, there's
the X's, right? So it's War of the Roses meets I don't know, Marauders?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, all right.
And it's really well done. It's a $6, and that's the drawback. It's a $6 price point.
That's
book.
a big one. That's a big one.
But you get creators like Zdarsky, Howard Hawthorne, De Benedetto, and Fajardo Jr.
So that's a good creative team.
Writing's awesome. Yeah. Art's awesome. Color's awesome. And it's a double-sized book with no ads. Really, really cool. It picks up right after, and this is my frustration with Night Terrors. Mm-hmm. It picks up after Bruce Wayne woke up from Night Terrors, and he's been asleep for 8 weeks. So,
Night Terrors isn't over yet, though, right?
The epilogue issues this week.
Okay,
but that's why not just have Night Terrors take place in the regular issues, and then this be the next issue of Batman.
And then you can pick it up and it flows.
Yeah.
There's no overlap. You're not worried about them butting heads or revealing things.
Yeah. People going like, I'm skipping this, picking up the next issue of Batman. And like, well, I feel like I'm missing something.
That's why. Okay, so I do have to ruminate on that a little bit. Okay, so we're talking about the ideologies of the Bat family.
Yeah.
Have we had the discussion that Dick is doing things better than Bruce? In Bloodhaven? No?
They haven't, but at some point
somebody's got to have that conversation.
Yeah.
Because we're seeing different bat tactics in these two different cities.
Yeah,
and
one's working.
Yeah,
one isn't.
So at what point do you go? I low key feel like Selina's kind of righter than Bruce.
Yeah,
so
dude, crime's dropping. People are safer. What are you doing besides bringing out like crazy people with like powers?
Punching people in the face. You're the violent crime.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's real interesting.
Listen, that's his ex too, so she can say stuff like, "You're only punching people because your daddy didn't love you." oh, my daddy died. Don't you say that. Like, she could go there.
That's
okay.
So mean. That's just.
I'm just saying. Selina could go there. Okay. She said, "Listen, we're only going to attack the rich."
Don't make me bring up the pearls, Bruce.
Oh, not the.
She's got like a bag full of pearls. Like
those. He's triggered. He's triggered by pearls. Oh God, that's so. This is why we're not allowed to write Batman. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. For mine, again, dipping into the DC universe, Action Comics presents Doomsday Special #1. When you see Doomsday Special, you're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Like he's front and center here. Like that's what we're doing. Yeah, to a degree. So. Okay, so here's me catching up. Okay, so we've got Waters, Burroughs, Ferreira, and Lucas on the creative team for the first story, and then Waters, Rayner, and Dallas on the backup feature. And so what we have is a pickup of where we last got Doomsday. And whilst Doomsday is, absolutely known as a devil for Superman, the last time that he encountered the DC universe, he fought like Martian Manhunter, like different people. Yeah. And he got put down, but in the worst place possible for a character like Doomsday, in hell. And Doomsday is a character who can only die one way, has now been resurrected in hell, and unfortunately, nothing can kind of stop him. Right. So the framework here is Doomsday is now being considered the king of hell, which would be problematic in a lot of ways. So you have a great team up, not Superman going up against him, but Martian Manhunter and Supergirl needing to go up to stop Doomsday. And it's a different story. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. It's a smarter presentation of Doomsday. Not that he's necessarily like intelligent, but it's the framework. You're setting up Doomsday to be a more universal DC threat and not just a Superman threat.
Because he is a universal. Like that's the thing is, yes, because of their accidental connection to Krypton. But a dude like this rolls up on your planet?
It's bad. It's bad.
Yeah.
Across the board. Like, and to a degree, like he should be a viable weapon that so many others want to get. Because again, you put him on the planet, you already know you're conquering stuff.
Yeah.
The question is just how do I rein it back in? Like, and this becomes one of the fun focal points of the story is like, how do you rein in this guy in the context of this hellish landscape and what is happening here? It's very good.
Imagine him pairing up with Trigon.
No!
Right?
Oh my. That would be all kinds of bad.
See, you're in the evil zone. Why don't we...
Why don't you... Listen, my daughter has trapped me for a long time. You don't seem like you're the type to be trapped. Maybe
you get me out.
I help you. Can you imagine Doomsday with... Oh!
Right?
That would be fun. Okay. Let's go Marvel Age.
Yeah. Because this is a tome. This is...
Yes, it is.
A lot. It's
huge.
$10.
Yes. Marvel Age 1000. Creative team. We've got Jason Aaron, Laura Allred, Michael Allred, Kari Andrews, Alessandro Capuccio, thank you. Joe Carmagna, I can never say his name. Carmagna. Okay, there we go. Matea Iacano, Armando Annucci, Adam Kubert, Pepe Larraz, Frank Martin, Dave McCaig, Steve McNiven, Rainbow Roy. Like, there's a lot of people here. I'm almost done. Alejandro Sanchez, Marguerite Savage, Dan Slott, Ryan Stegman, J. Michael Straczynski, and Mark Waid.
Work on cardio so you can breathe better while reading the list of creators on this
book. Okay, so here's the thing. This says Marvel Age 1000. What exactly is the celebration here? No?
Beats the... I don't know.
Okay, because I was like, what am I... I don't know.
Yeah, what's the milestone?
I don't know. Okay.
Someone put the number 1,000 on a book?
That happens. What is really cool, though, is it is an anthology of great characters from Marvel's history.
Yeah.
Like, from the very beginning, starting off with the Human Torch, and we get, I mean, so many folks, Silver Surfer, the X-Men, we've got Daredevil, like, so many wonderful, like, short stories that just kind of celebrate the impact of these characters.
Yeah.
It's good. Super good. Even to the point where, I'm going to bring it up, I'm going to say it. This is what I feel should be the solution to getting new people into comic shops. This should be something that comes out regularly.
Yeah. Slightly different price point, I think.
Yes, definitely different price
square
point.
bound.
Yeah.
But this would be the anthology thing that I'm looking for something that's got Spider-Man or whatever combination of characters, and you can put this in people's hands because you got Captain Marvel-ish, like it's leading up to that. There's a really cool Daredevil story.
Yeah.
Silver Surfer, that story.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Yeah.
Interesting point of reference for the Thor story, but cool, still cool nonetheless. But yeah, I think this not only would bring in new readers, but it's the perfect space to try out new creators. And you give, somebody that's in editorial that has, a long-standing history and understanding of these characters, and you go, okay, new kids, here are 5 to 8 pages. What do you got? And
half of it established creators that you're like, oh, pick up for the Jason Aaron Thor story or whatever. And then the other half,
let me try something.
Yeah. Like instead of Stormbreakers is like a line of variants that Marvel does. And they're open order, they're typically just cover price for every shop. But it's new and up and coming artists. That doesn't move the needle for a lot of people.
Right.
But if you were to have those artists in the interiors, that could be like, okay, so I read the Jason Aaron story that I liked. But man, the art in this story is really cool.
There you go. That's the combination. So if each book has, we'll say, 4 stories, right? 2 are written by industry pros with art by newcomers, and then 2 are written by newcomers with art by industry pros. Now everyone has a learning experience. It's wonderful. And you
mentoring the next generation while engaging readers into like, man, that artist was great, or that story was cool.
Yeah.
Now I know a name to follow.
Yes. So now you have all the things. So it's so crazy how our industry is. We're so close, to getting it right. We're like, you almost. And if we just do that more, that would be great.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last of our good reads you should read, and this was a tough one. We had to have a whole conversation about why it wasn't on the must reads list. Sean Gordon Murphy's The Plot Holes from Massive. Which is doing big things right now. Big shout out to Massive. Sean Murphy on writing and illustration, Matt Hollingsworth on colors with Dave Stewart, and letters by And World Designs. Okay, so
this concept is so
bananas,
freaking cool.
So bananas. You've got. Can we say what the concept is without spoiling it?
That's a tough question.
Yeah,
because that's actually one of the things where I wish we wouldn't have found out.
Right.
Or characters wouldn't have found out until later.
Right. Like maybe that's something that not all of them know, or certainly not the new guy.
Yeah.
So, okay.
All right. So, yeah, it's tough.
We have a collection of characters who have an understanding about things.
Yeah, they're trying to save worlds.
Yes.
A multiverse.
Yes.
They're traveling the multiverse.
Yes.
Trying to prevent horrible collapses of that reality from happening.
Yes. Because if enough of a collapse happens in enough worlds, everything falls because everything's connected. And they're trying to figure out how to maintain things when an adventure goes awry and brings upon more problems than they were ready to handle.
Yeah.
So, God, that was hard to say.
I was like, I don't know.
Ooh, that was tough. Okay, so here's the thing. Sean is a phenomenal artist. He creates like a playpen of sorts where you just kind of have to look around the panels and see all the little things that he's drawn.
Yeah.
And whether or not they have relevance to the actual story or not, they're just fun to find.
Yeah.
Like without question. That was part of what got it on this side of things, is that's great. The writing part though,
there's just something, and maybe it's going to be issue 2 that's gonna hook me. But there was just something that wasn't, like, this book is really, 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 really good, but not great.
Right.
But that doesn't take away from the quality of the book.
Exactly. It's like it was it was so very high concept
Mm-hmm.
that I don't know that it wouldn't have served well to have like an additional writer who is a little bit more established as a writer to handle that. Like maybe Sean's attention was drawn because, pun intended, because he actually had to do the pages, and it's not like, because we had this conversation, it's not like the White Knight stuff, right? Because that's built off of the mythos of Batman and what he can change.
Yeah.
We're already coming in with preconceived information, and when he changes it, we go, oh, that's cool because he changed it.
Yeah.
Well, he has to build it from scratch.
Brand new characters that we don't know.
Right. Then it's a little harder for us to connect to these characters, follow along if there's something that happens to them for us to care because we don't know them yet.
Yeah.
So that would be something I think maybe with a little bit more help from a partner, not even like saying like he can't write this, but just another voice go, hey, let's extend that out a little bit, or let's introduce a little bit more about this character. That would be even better.
But yeah. I'm still 100% coming back for number 2.
1,000,000%. A 1,000,000%. I didn't even see this book coming. Like, has he been promoting this?
Not really. And it's mostly Massive. Massive doesn't. They haven't figured out how to promote.
I get that.
yet.
I got you.
Which is something you pick up. Yeah.
Wow. If this is what they're doing by accident,
Mm-hmm.
Massive is going to be one of the biggest things to happen in comics in a long time.
Yeah.
So I can tell you right now, like, without the promotional engine behind it, we found it, and we're very lucky we found it. If they get that together, oh my goodness. Yeah. Insane. Absolutely insane. So these are good reads you should read. Definitely if you have some extra bucks, pick those up. You'll want them. You need them. They're good. But when we come back, we're going to have the must reads, the absolute collection of books that you have to go home with. Or what did you even go to the shop for?
Yeah. You're messing up.
Really? Come on. Yeah. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Black, White, and Red All Over. I'm Victor Dandridge, the hardest working man in comics.
Ryan Seymour, King of Comic Town.
Yes. We're back with the good read. No, we did the good reads.
Yeah,
now we're back with the
the
must
should
reads.
reads. The must reads.
The have-tos, okay? The gottas.
What you doing otherwise?
Yeah, like, come on, get out of here. Okay, so what do we have? We have two that are the same, one that's different. Where do you want to start?
All right, that Ultimate Invasion was something that I'm going to read. I just didn't get a chance to based on time.
I get that. Ultimate Invasion, number 3, Jonathan Hickman, Brian Hitch, Andrew Curry, Alex Sinclair. What a weird world that the maker has made, okay? So he's basically relaunched the Ultimate Universe.
Yeah.
And it is similar to the Ultimate Universe that we know, but it's very different. It starts off where certain characters are in positions of power that normally we don't see them in. And in this issue, we find out that this is all part of a very well-cultivated plan that harkens back to the Matrix and the concept that when things are perfect, we as people can't embrace it. So there has to be conflict, even if it's engineered conflict, that gets people to kind of fall in line with what's going on.
Yeah.
And man, that's such a tough concept. Like, it's so very hefty, but you've got like essentially the Ultimate Universe's Illuminati being introduced in this.
Really?
And I have to admit, like, if he's making a commentary on who should have been in the Illuminati, he ain't wrong.
Interesting.
He ain't wrong. Because he's got players that are represented. You're like, oh, it's bigger than just, we're the science or we're the industrial or we're the mutant popular. No, it's bigger than that. It's like global. Like, here's a little infographic that I will happily share with you. This is what it looks like.
Oh.
Yeah. So the bigger dots are for spaces that are being controlled by essentially a member of the Illuminati.
Okay.
That's not what they're called, but that's an essential like idea.
Yeah.
And yeah. So yeah. Big things. Big things. A lot of fun. Where this is going, I have no idea. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But the exploration of it is fascinating.
Like, is it an evil world that he's creating? Because it's weird, because the first few issues felt like he had very cold, very analytical, very detached methods of doing things that borderline on unethical.
Yes.
But he was actively trying to create a good world.
Yes. The problem at hand, and without spoiling, that becomes a conversation in the book, is there's a difference between right and wrong and good and evil. And the difference is what is being explored. Oh. So there's right and there's wrong, and then there's good and there's evil. And some people can embrace that open sense of duality, and some people can't. And if you can't, maybe you will disrupt things. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yes.
Great book. It's one of our biggest sellers.
So good. So good.
All right. So
I was looking at that cover, and I had food with me. It's the reason why I didn't grab that cover.
It's Ribbon Queen. Number 2. I think through Diamond it shipped last week. This week it shipped through Lunar.
Okay.
All right. So this is AWA, another one of those publishers that lets creators come in and then just play.
Do their thing.
Like, here's the pitch that I want you guys to print, and they do. So we've got Garth Ennis, Jason Burrows, Guillermo Ortega, and Dan Brown doing this book. So yeah. So when Garth Ennis gave us a walk through hell, which was a police procedural that ended up basically in hell. There's police and it's procedural, but the hell is out here with them. And it's just disgusting. Like when the stuff happens. So there's a police officer that is convinced that another officer has killed a woman.
Okay.
She's totally convinced of it.
Right.
I don't know that she's wrong. We don't know yet because she's still investigating. So that police officer turns up dead after the woman So.
Oh my God.
And that's where the ribbon comes from.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Because there's a supernatural force in this book called the Ribbon Queen. And when you see what it does, it is Hellraiser-esque disgusting.
Which is why you like it.
Yeah. It is. It totally is. It's like this really tortury body horror kind of thing. And someone has made a pact with this entity, and it is seeking revenge. But it's kind of like Makers, like right, wrong, evil.
Yeah.
Like, are they wrong for doing what they're doing?
I mean, this is what the agreement was.
Yeah.
It is right that they do it. Doesn't mean that they're bad.
Yeah. So take Garth Ennis' approach to just over the top storytelling.
Yep.
His horror is just mind blowing, and Jason's art,
solid.
It's
solid.
Yeah. The line work gives everything this rich, importance.
I can taste that page.
Yeah. It really is
not okay.
And God, yeah, it's super.
Yeah. It's more of it.
They're the bad guys. They deserve it, right? Though? Question mark?
I don't know.
Question mark? Like that's where I'm.
Okay. I don't know. Oddly, okay. So we didn't talk about what should be book of the week, but I'm gonna make a recommendation.
Okay,
that it should be this one.
I'm in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk The Incredible Hulk. God, this is such a good book.
Right.
This is issue 3. So we got Philip Kennedy Johnson writing, Nick Klein on art, Matthew Wilson on colors, and VC's Corey Petit on letters. Again, going down the dark monster hole of Hulkness. This is giving major Immortal Hulk vibes. By like really marrying Hulk back to the monster side of things. And we're not talking like like the Corbin, like early 2000s Return of the Monster, and he's just devastating things. No, like Hulk is actually a monster here. He hates Banner with a passion. Cannot stand him. In fact, wants to get rid of Banner permanently. And his new companion, a scarred young girl who has suffered abuses, wants nothing more than to, I don't know, kind of get the power of the monster for herself, in herself.
Yeah, she sees that there's a power, there's a freedom.
Yeah.
There's no one can touch you.
Yeah.
When you're of this type, when you're like a Hulk, when you're like, and she sees that and she wants to embody it because she's been damaged.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want to feel that way
at all
anymore.
Right. And Hulk seems to be in this space where he won't allow anyone to make him feel low.
Yeah.
Like you can try, oh, Hulk, you're a monster. I'll break you.
Yeah.
Say it to my face. I want you to. Like, and God, when he encountered...
Yeah, because there's this almost Nightbreed
Good reference. Good reference.
Separate universe. This group of people or monsters and their religion, and he's accidentally rubbing up against it.
Yeah, yeah. As monsters might, because not all monsters are created equally, and they're not all friends. So when he's in a space trying to do his own thing, and he happens upon what could be argued a bigger monster, Hulk gonna Hulk, okay? Yeah. And Hulk don't take that. That, like, you try to smash Hulk, that's disrespect, and he will not stand for it. You will not stand for it, okay? He'll break things off, and there's something. I mean, it's very powerful with the earned place of the characters and the partnership that we're seeing.
I want to see the rest of that pantheon.
Oh, do you? Do you really? Are you sure?
Yeah,
of course you do.
I totally do. Like there's so many new characters, and the power levels in those characters has to be to an
insane
where Hulk can fight them. Like fight them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, do you bring in Doctor Strange? Do you? I mean, there's so much.
There's scales and levels to this. Like, and that's the thing is like this feasibly is a Hulk story where Mephisto could show up and it's not crazy.
Yeah.
Right. You're like, oh.
Yeah.
Have you been pulling strings the whole time? Has this been you?
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of the scale of this. So, I like. All right, so book of the week, man. Again, a book that keeps getting better.
Yeah.
It's only issue 2, but I say that like firmly. From G. Willow Wilson, Chris Wildgoose, and Missisik. The Hunger and the Dusk. IDW original. This is a sword and sorcery fantasy style book where we have what would be 2 warring factions of orcs who normally would war with humans, needing to form an alliance because a fourth thing, I don't even know what to call them, are coming.
Yeah. Whatever they are nightmare fuel.
Gnarly is what they are, and they're good with the blade for sure. But this is a very character-driven story, right? Like, in only 2 issues, we have been introduced to characters that are very powerful, very cool, and we are concerned when anything could happen to them, right? Because that's the thing that we're kind of experiencing is that there's a lot on the line here, and there's so much that they are trying to kind of put together to keep their world safe. Yeah. And maybe it'll work, maybe it won't.
Maybe it won't, because I mean, there's so many fragile pieces.
Yeah.
So in the first issue, we're greeted like, okay, this character is going to go with this group. The orcs. Oh God, how do you even phrase it?
Right.
There's a disgraced princess. It's one of the best.
That's a good way to say it.
And she's supposed to go with these humans.
Right.
But like, what if she dies?
Yeah.
That destroys everything.
Every sort of piece that was supposed to be set up, gone.
Yeah.
Gone. You've got 2 newlyweds, right? In an arranged marriage. God, that was such a great... Oh.
Better love story than Twilight.
Easy. Yeah. Easy. And I'm not saying that facetiously.
Yeah.
Like, I give all due respect to Twihards, but that was the sweetest, most romantic thing ever.
Did they fall in love?
They totally did.
Like,
you know they did.
Moment.
Like, absolutely. And it was such a great look, you know, for the love of the wolf. It's really good. And so I think the thing that really should be celebrated is the fact that you have these multitudes of stories interlocking to tell a bigger narrative that you just are instantly hooked by.
And I cared.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, there's something that happened. Like in other books, I just be like, all right.
Yeah, but no.
This one, like, crap.
You're like, no. And the feeling of failure, like you understood what she was. She's like, I tried.
Because if she's blamed,
where does it go?
Yeah.
It all falls. Like, so good. So good. This is one of those titles that not that I necessarily want to see things adapted, but it's so rich. I want more stuff.
Yeah.
Like, give me YA novels. Give me a show.
Yeah.
Give me stuff. I want all this stuff. This was a really good one.
So there's characters I want to see a solo, like just like the princess character.
Yes.
Like, I'm just grabbing for a word to try to describe, because her position is more than just that. But like, how is her, like, when she's saying her life?
Yeah, she means it.
Like, what else? How did, like?
And again, the love relationship piece. There was something, not, I mean, it's Game of Thronesian by way of relation, but now you have this deeper love, because you're like, I understand that it wasn't what you wanted, but it's what's needed. And like, that is up there with, I'm gonna say it, it's up there with the triangle between Peter Parker, Mary Jane, and Gwen Stacy, where Mary Jane in Spider-Man Blue, please read it, understands where Peter is coming from, because him and Gwen didn't break up. That's not what happened. Like,
although there was a break.
Oh, that's so bad. Read this book. If you buy it from Ryan, you do get the puns too. I'm just throwing it out there. It comes along. It comes along with it. Oh, that's so bad. But fantastic book. Great cap to a great week. Like, we read some amazing things.
For a fifth week.
Yeah. Insane. Good books. Not like, this is not like, oh, well, we both got to read this one. Like, there's plenty of stuff we didn't read. And we want to know what you read that we didn't read. So put that in the comments below. Let us know what you thought, because I mean, we couldn't read everything. We only have 2 heads and 4 eyes between us. One of mine doesn't work, so we gotta count his glasses too. This is what we do. That's how we do it. But obviously, we hope that you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the thumbs up. Let us know that you liked it. Share with all your friends. Okay, tell them that they need to be watching the show every week, because we're here every week. How do you know?
Set your subscriptions to say. I was like trying to deadpan. Just say you want the notifications. Click the bell and go on your phone. Set so where YouTube's allowed to give you notifications. We do this every week. And tag us. We're on social media.
You can find us down here. Jeremy's got us. So I guess we'll see you guys next week ish. Because it's my fault. I'll explain on social media. Hit us up and I'll tell you where I'll be, and we'll figure it out. So we'll see you guys next week ish. Bye.